Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be going through all of the items that I had in my September Shop My Stash and then picking out stuff for October. So if that is something you want to watch, then please stick around. Alrighty, so if you are new to my videos, welcome, or if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Catherine. I consider myself a beauty and reselling enthusiast, so that is what to expect on this channel. Shop My Stashes happen every month. Basically, I pick out a whole bunch of products to focus on for that month with hopes of finishing them up, panning it if it's a makeup product, and just in general showing all of my collection some love because let's just say it together, I'm a makeup hoarder, beauty hoarder, so I better use it all to make myself feel better. So I usually always start with my skincare products, kind of in the order of how I would do my makeup. This month we did finish up a few products. The first one being this CeraVe Ultra Light Moisturizing Gel. Really, really, really do enjoy this. I have so many like backup products of moisturizers, just accumulating from like my subscription boxes. I can link my playlist in the corner for you if you're interested to see some of the subscription boxes that I subscribe to. I do unboxings of them, or else I probably would have picked up another one of these. This is really, really nice. It's kind of very, it's a gel, so it's more gel-like. It is not super thick, but still really moisturizing. Works really great under makeup at night, so AM, PM, however you want to use it. I really recommend this. I will link all of my products down below too. Some of them might be affiliated, meaning I do earn a small commission from them if you choose to shop through them. It's at no cost to you. It is a win-win. Helps support this channel, but by no means do you have to click on them. They are there for your convenience. Another moisturizer that I was using was this Malin & Getz Vitamin E Moisturizer. This one's a little bit different compared to the CeraVe. This one's a little bit thicker, it's still a great moisturizer. I would use this more at night, and this is like a kind of a almost like a body moisturizer too, of like how I use it. So I'll use it on my face, I'll use it on like my elbows, some areas where I have some stretch marks like on my stomach and whatnot. I will use kind of the remaining bits of it. It's about halfway gone, but I will say I did travel with this, and luckily I had this in a sealed bag, but it did kind of plop open. So some of the product was lost. I can't say that I used it all, but I did use quite a bit of it, and this will be going over into October as well to finish it up. Another product that I probably have one more baby use out of. This is the Saturday Skin Pro and Prebiotics Pretty Pop Whipped Cream Moisturizer. I actually said it right the first time. Kudos to me. This is a really nice, I like to use this in the AM because it has kind of this like pearlescent luminosity to it. So it's perfect kind of as, add a little luminosity underneath makeup. This is, again, really nice. Would I go out and repurchase it at this time? Probably not, but I'm glad that I was able to use it up and to kind of get more thoughts about this brand, because I think I have a few other products from this brand that are in my backups of stuff. So it's nice to know, just kind of gathering some thoughts on it. So this, like I said, I probably have one more use out of, and then it will be empty. Another empty product was this Kosas Dream Beam Comfy Smooth Sunscreen. This was really nice, and I do recommend it, but it's like, let me get the actual cost of it. I can never remember what the actual cost is. Okay, so the actual cost of this is $40 for I think you get 1.4 fluid ounces. I want to compare this to Supergoop really quick. Hold on. Okay, so I just checked Sephora's website. This I would compare to a Supergoop product, which they have a lot of SPF products, a lot of like mattifying ones, luminizing ones, CC creams, all that kind of stuff. So the variability is greater. I think this is a new product to Kosas. This was really nice. It has a nice little peach finish to kind of add just a little bit of tint to the skin. with some SPF. But the one from Supergoop is, so this one, back up, this one is $40 for 1.4 fluid ounces. The one from Supergoop is $38, but you get 1.7 fluid ounces. So you get more for less cost. I know it's not like a huge difference, but you also have a wider range of things to choose from. So if you are going to go for an SPF product, like this one was really great. I just would recommend getting it at the Sephora sale, which I think is coming up towards the end of October. If I saw something, I saw on Instagram, one of the makeup channels saying that the Sephora sale was coming at the end of October for Rouge members. So, I mean, I would recommend getting them both on sale if you can. But if you do want to get this one, I'd say wait to get it on sale. Get a little bit of a discount, but this one was really nice. Another finish up product. I finished up a lot of products this month. This was the Milk Makeup Mattifying, the matte, Pore Clips Matte Setting Spray. I didn't really find this super duper mattifying. I wouldn't really recommend it to anybody. I much prefer the Hydro Grip setting spray opposed to this one. So yeah, this one doesn't have my recommendation. Another item that I am almost out of, this is the Dalba First Spray Serum, double layer serum enriched with white truffle from Italy. I actually got this to review through Influencer. I am planning on doing a video about how me as a very nano influencer gets PR and things like that to try out. This is one of them. This is actually really nice. I posted about this on Instagram. At first, I didn't really think I would really like it. You know, just serums, yes, I use them, but I don't know. This was just an interesting way of using them. I actually really enjoy this. It's a nice little primer before moisturizer, if you will. And I mean, as you can see, it's almost gone. I haven't noticed any disruption of makeup. I have used it over makeup when I use more powder products. It works really well without getting too greasy. So this one I actually really do enjoy. And I will keep it in October until I finish it up. Two products that I didn't really use so much, and I'm actually probably going to take them out of my Shop My Stash just because I haven't been using them. The first one is this Bloom Effects Sunscreen Serum. For some reason, I don't gravitate towards this. This is definitely more of a no makeup day, or not even, this is just a no makeup, you're out in the garden kind of day. It has very minimal coverage. You know, just have SPF. The component's a little bit tricky to get it out. I mean, it is a pump component, but like you have to pump a lot to get a little bit out. Like there's something about it that just kind of gets stuck, which I'm pretty sure I said that about another Bloom Effect product. Like I didn't really love the component of it. Like there was something weird about it that just didn't work. So I'm going to still continue to use it. I'm just not going to put as much, or try to put as much focus on it. Maybe that will trick my brain into actually using it more often. But so this will be rotated out. And then the other product that I'm gonna, well, am I going to? I think so. Am I? Maybe I'll keep this in. Yeah, I think I'll keep this in. This is the Milani Brightside Illuminating Primer, the vitamin C derivative. This one obviously is more illuminating, but because I had this, I didn't really use this. So now that I don't have this, I will use this. And then I just realized that I forgot to bring in my e.l.f. Niacinamide Power Grip Primer. Is that what it's called? Let's see, did I bring it? Aha, I did bring it. Just at the bottom. So as you can see, this one is almost done. This, I really do like this. I don't know if it's just the makeup that I've been picking lately, or if it's my skin, or if it's something, but there is, I think it might have been one of the foundations that just doesn't like my skin. But in general, I do like this, and I think it works with a lot of different products, just probably not the products that I was using this month. But I do enjoy the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. Oh, let's talk more about base products. I completely forgot to talk about this in skincare, but this is the Well People Revitalizing Dew Snow Mushroom Eye Gel Cream. Again, I'm not super consistent with it, but I have been using it. I will rotate it into October as well. I can tell you I haven't really noticed anything with it, but I will give it a fair shot, and I will keep it in for October too, and hopefully I'll use more of it and maybe see a difference. But let's jump into the actual base products. So this one was the foundation that I just don't think sits very well on my skin. This is the Ambient Soft Glow Foundation by Hourglass. I have mine in the shade 3. This one is a little too yellow for me and a little too dark for me. And I even tried a concoction of my LA Girl mixing pigments. I have the blue to cool things down and the white to lighten things up. And I just still couldn't figure out a good shade for me. So I just think that the shade match is off, and I just don't really love the formula of it. It is more of a soft, I call it more of a soft matte. I don't see the glow per se of it. It just didn't really sit well on my skin. And yeah, so I think when I get to my declutters, which I will list my declutter series up in the corner for you to binge watch. I am prepping for my declutter series at the end of this year. So make sure you watch and just kind of see what the difference is. But I have a sneaking suspicion that this might be in it. The one foundation that I really did love was this Charlotte Tilbury Light Wonder Sunscreen Broad Spectrum SPF. This is, I have mine in the shade Too Fair. Initially, I thought this was going to be a little bit dark for me, but actually it works out really well. This is not new to Charlotte Tilbury. This is probably one of their older foundations, but I really like it. It's has somewhat of a, I don't want to say serum-y, but like natural finish. Let's just say that, a natural finish. Like it's not matte, it's not luminous, it's just kind of this natural finish. It is light, it is nice. I really do like this, and definitely gravitated towards this opposed to the Hourglass one. So this one will definitely be staying. The concealer that I was using this month was the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Concealer in 3.75. Really love this. It's not this like super sparkly bit underneath your eyes. It just adds a little bit of radiance, a little bit of luminosity to kind of like reflect some light and to you know, kind of cover up dark circles. So it's not a full coverage. I definitely say it's more medium coverage, and I don't think it's necessarily buildable either. But it is a nice kind of just reflection type of concealer. And also this is actually really nice like all over as like a foundation as well. As far as powders, oh my gosh, I decided to keep this in from August to September, and I'm glad I did because I was able to pan even more of it. This was really actually nice because I think originally this is like a powder foundation. This is a face and body powder, no powder. Perfecting Translucent Powder, Natural Radiant Blur Effect, All Day Matte Finish. I don't get the matte finish part. It definitely is more of a radiant, but I use this as a like all over powder, just kind of set my makeup and stuff. And I actually use this as a foundation too. Like I would just kind of put on some moisturizer, let that dry down a bit, some concealer, and then I'd put this on kind of for those really lighter makeup days, and it looked really nice. Am I going to keep it in? Do I want to go the distance and try to finish this? I think I might, just because it would be very nice to finish up a powder product. I feel like powder products are the hardest to finish. So I feel like I might keep this in. This is a decision on the spot. So this will be I want to say transporting or translating. This will be transferring to October as well. And then as a more of a lightweight powder to use underneath the eyes and the areas that I used concealer, I used the Coty Airspun Original Formula Loose Face Powder, and this is something you can find at the drugstore. It is very loose powder, comes with a little puff too. This product, I swear to you, will last you a lifetime. If you're not a drag queen, you know, powdering your face with tons of powder to make that makeup last throughout your performance, I have a feeling this is going to last you forever. So I do like it. It has a smell to it. It is kind of a more mature grandma smell, if you will, but I kind of feel like that adds to the ambiance of it, and it doesn't bother me whatsoever. So this is something I will be keeping, just not for October. Let's talk cheek products. We will start with bronzers. So the first one is this ColourPop bronzers. This is in Coconut Beach, pressed powder bronzer. This was from their Go Coconuts collection a few years ago. I don't know if this color is a permanent one in their range, but it is a nice one. I think they do have like permanent ones, but I haven't checked in a while. So this one is, I have fair to light skin, neutral leaning cool undertones. This one works really well for me. I don't know if you can tell, there is some like, not necessarily waffling, but you can definitely see some of the rings of the pan coming through. So that's always nice. Again, another reason why I like to do this is eventually hit pan, just use up my makeup. So, and just kind of find my favorites. So this definitely shows me that this is more of a favorite if I have more pan in that. Other bronzers I used were both from Charlotte Tilbury. So first one was the Hollywood Contour Wand. Mine is in fair medium. This one and this one, we'll just talk about it at the same time. This is the other Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Sun-Kissed Glow Bronzer in fair. And I will show you what that one looks like. So obviously highly concentrating in that little area in order to get it panned. These both just kind of seemed a little bit more red on me. More red than I was used to or like remembered from both of these. So I didn't really use it that much because it just kind of brought up that redness. So I don't know if like they're just going bad. Maybe it was just some of the other products I picked out, you know, given the blushes and just maybe it brought out red tones in it. But I don't remember the redness from the previous ones. Maybe I was just disillusioned, but yeah, so just something to note. I do love the formula of both of them. I think the formula was still really great. It was just more of the undertones of things just seemed a little bit different. And then for blush, I used another Charlotte Tilbury product. This is the Chic to Cheek. Oh, I always say that wrong. Cheek to Chic Swish and Glow Blusher in Pillow Talk. This one I kind of consider more of a bronzer blush. It definitely has a little bit more of a deeper tone. You could use this like interior one more as a highlighter, but I usually just swirl it around and kind of mix up the colors. It does add more of a bronzer type of look though with some shimmer. And then the other blush I used was this Persona one in Caramel. Again, kind of more of a mauve-y bronzer type of look. This one was really nice though. And then this one was definitely a newer one to me in one of my subscription boxes. This is the Youthforia, what's it called? Chemical Reaction, I don't know, blush. Basically, it's a pH changing blush. So it goes from the green to the pink. We will just test her out. You can see it change normally pretty quickly. Of course, it's not going to change, but it is a pink, and it is one of those that you do have to kind of blend out relatively quickly. I mean, I'm not saying that you need to do it like right away or that like if you give it 1 second, it won't budge. You do have like a little wiggle room, but I would definitely get it blended out sooner than later. And it is a very vibrant pink type of blush. The more you add, the more it's going to look like that. What are my thoughts about this? This is definitely neat. I just don't think this was the blush for this month and the items that I was using with it. I just wasn't gravitating towards it. I did use this more on like no makeup days, no makeup days. And it looked really nice, kind of just youthful pink cheeks. It is a little bit sticky. I feel like there's like a little bit of tack to it. So, you know, just do with that what you will regarding your own makeup routine and like the order of things that you do it, but it is neat. I do think I will keep it around just to play with it some more. And then I think I forgot to include this in my last one, but this was the highlighter that I was using. This is the REM Beauty. This is Ariana Grande's beauty company and Miss Mercury. So that is what that looks like. And then let's look at the eye products. So here were the eye products oh, that's a lot of hair. Here are the eye products that I was using for eyebrows. I was using this Essence Make Me Brow Eyebrow Gel Mascara with filling fibers. Wow, it's early. I got mine in Chocolatey Brows. This actually is a little bit too light for me, but I still made it work, but if I were to purchase this again, I would purchase it in a darker color. This outer packaging does not look like what it actually looks like on the inside. It's definitely more of a chocolate. I would say more of a milk chocolate. Let's just say that, opposed to a dark chocolate. So then I did opt into using my Benefit Gimme Brow Volumizing Pencil. I kind of use this more in the probably back half of the brows to kind of darken them up a little bit and give this added more of like an ombre effect in the front. But this one actually is really great. If you were to get it in a color that worked for you, I think this actually could be pretty similar to the Kosas Airbrow, which is the one that I absolutely love. I think the Kosas has a little bit more of the fiber-like fillings. It gives you a little bit thicker brow, but compared to, this is like $3 compared to like $25. You probably could use just a little bit more of this to get that fiber. As far as mascara, continuing to use the Lottie Super Fake Body London Super Fake Mascara. This one I have been noticing getting a little bit dry, a little bit crumbly and flaky. So I'm sure it's time to rotate, or getting close to its rotation time, but I will continue to use this in October, and then, halfway through the month, if I feel like it's time to go, then I will pick out a new one and I will let you know next month which one I picked. As far as the eyeshadow palettes, I didn't really use a lot of eyeshadow this month. So a whole week I was out of town. I was in California. I didn't use any eyeshadow. Even I went for a wedding, and even then I didn't use any eyeshadow. I made a really big wing, and that was that. So I just didn't use a lot, and I picked a lot of palettes, and I really had to focus on using them. And I know I'm staring at them right now, the palettes that I've picked out for October too, and I know they're too much, but I'm going to try to do it. I guess I'll never learn. But the first one is the Kaja Chocolate Dahlia Beauty bento box. Again, this is super cute. It would be nice for travel, but I didn't bring it for travel. But this one has that shimmer, and then like the, medium shade, and then the dark shade. The Chocolate Brown by Huda Beauty. That's what that looks like. I used this once. The eye look I made was really pretty, but I only used it once. This one was super nice. This is the Erd by Odin's Eye, and again, I wish I had more use out of it, but I only used it once. But this green is gorgeous. They're all gorgeous. The only one I didn't use is kind of the silver Tony one, but they all worked really well. And then that forest green is just perfection. This one I snuck in at the end of summer. This is from Unearthly Cosmetics. I did do a mystery unboxing and a swatching of this palette, so if you want to see that, I'll link it in the corner for you. But this is the Get Groovy eyeshadow and pressed pigment. Super fun rainbow color. This actually probably work really well for fall too. But I made some fun looks out of this one as well. Didn't get as much love as I thought I'd use it, but I still was able to get some looks out of it for the season. And last but not least, at Foresight's, the Raw Beauty Christine ColourPop collection. This is no longer available. Sometimes, I think last year it came back like for very limited stock. It might come back again. I highly doubt it, but if this is something that you want, then I'm sure there's a lot of reselling sites that have this too. but this is the Color Story. So, so, so beautiful. Again, I just didn't get as much use as I thought I was going to, but I still really love this Color Story. So now let's see what I picked for October. All right, the October portion goes a little bit faster because half the skincare I'm going to be using for this month as well that we already went over. But the one moisturizer that I will be using this month for AM is the Mud Masky Serum Infused Moisturizer. This is pH balancing. It's supposed to anti-age, hydrating, soothing, nourishing, purifying, all those wonderful things. This just recently came in a subscription box, so I wanted to give it a shot. And I feel like I've used something like this before. I feel like this is new to their line, but I feel like I've used something like this before, I think. All right, so these, a lot of complexion products, but as I said, we are getting towards the end of the year. So I'm trying to gather my thoughts about my foundations, kind of see what I like, what I don't like. And while I still have a little bit of tan, I want to use ones that I think are a little bit darker for me. This one being the Estee Lauder Double Wear. This one is a full coverage foundation. I do think it's a little bit dark for me, but again, I have those mixing colors from LA Girl to kind of make the tone that I need. I have a sneaking suspicion that this probably will be decluttered just because I don't really gravitate towards full coverage anymore, but I wanted to give it one more shot just to see if it would work for me. Then we have the Stay Naked by Urban Decay. This is the weightless liquid foundation up to 24 hours. This one is in 30 neutral. Again, I think this one is a little bit yellow and dark for me, but we will see. The Estee Lauder one is 1W2 or in sand. So that is supposed to be warm leaning. I don't know what I was thinking when I got that, because like I said earlier, I am neutral cool leaning, but I feel like, I don't know, but I don't know. We'll see. I don't know at this point. And then the other foundation is the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation, and I have mine in Mont Blanc, which is usually the shade that I get in all my NARS foundations. And then I got a little teeny tiny trial size in my Ipsy box. This is the Tarte Amazonian Clay 16-hour full coverage foundation. But Catherine, didn't you just say that you didn't like full coverage? Yeah, you're right. But I wanted to test it out, and I'd rather test out a little sampler for $3 compared to getting the whole thing and not loving it. So I got mine in 14 and Ivory. But look at the difference between the tones. I mean, like, this is supposed to be a neutral. This is also neutral, but this one is definitely more cool tone leaning compared to this one. So people need to get on their ish about, like, making things a little bit more universal. Also wanting to use the NYX Professional Makeup Bare With Me Concealer Serum. I have mine in, I think it's vanilla. Oh, it's just light. It's just called light. So use this as a concealer as well as like a makeup, no makeup foundation. My other concealer I'm going to use is the Flower Beauty Light Illusion Full Coverage Concealer. I don't think this is full coverage from what I remember, but it's more of a medium coverage, but we're going to use it. We're going to, again, get our thoughts about it and try to use it up. Mine is in, I think, 1.5 Ivory, if I'm reading that correctly. And then this is new. I haven't done my video yet, but I will. I think I talked about it earlier, kind of a influencer haul. Plus, I was going to do like a little mini haul. With that, this is something I just picked up in my Ipsy box. This is the PYT Beauty Set Me Up Setting Powder. It's supposed to be mattifying. So we'll see how that goes. I got mine in Fair. So along with the Dior powder, this will be my other powder that I'm going to use. All right, so these are going to be the cheap products that I'm going to use for this month. We will start with bronzers. So I'm going to use the Nabla Skin Bronzing Sun-Kissed Effect Bronzer Powder in Ombre. So gotten some love out of this in the past. This one might be coming towards its time, like, hey, I think it's time to let it go. So this is why I'm putting it in, just to get more thoughts on it and kind of a deciding factor if it stays or goes. Also going to use that is a dog hair. Also going to be using the Milani Liquid Contour. This is from their Conceal and Perfect collection, which actually really loved their foundation in this collection. I used it all up. that shows you how much I loved it, is that I actually used up a whole foundation. But this one is in 01 or Honey. This one, I don't really think of more of a contour. This is more of a liquid bronzer for me, but it is really nice from what I remember using it. And then another little mini haul is the Kosas Sun Show in Waves. This is their light bronzer. Kosas I had like a $10 credit to. It was like through this new company called Catch or whatnot, that if you pay with your debit card opposed to your credit card, like you get like points through it, and they give you whatever. I don't know. I don't know too much about it to talk about it, but I got some money off and they were having a discount. So this is the light bronzer, so kind of more of a shimmery bronzer. Again, wanted to sneak this in a little bit before we head into winter time, where I'm going to be super duper pale. As far as blushes, we will do the Essence Mosaic Blush. I'm pretty sure these are no longer in stock, if I'm not mistaken. This one is the Berry Connection, but you could easily use another Essence product. I picked this one out because it was a little bit more of a cooler tone blush. Actually, all of the blushes I picked out were cool tones, apparently. This one's a little bit cool tone with some shimmer in it. This one is the ColourPop Night Bloom. I forget which one. I think this was like in the Succulent collection or Wild something. I don't think they sell this one anymore, but this is the kind of what it looks like, more of a lavender type of blush. If you have the Dior Rosy Glow blush, like that very bright pink one, I think it might be a little bit similar. I'm not sure. I don't have that one personally myself, so I can't tell you exactly, but I got this one to kind of dupe that one. Cheaper, but you know, secret is I'm probably gonna still end up getting that Dior one anyways during this Sephora sale, because I keep thinking about it and I keep trying to dupe it with other things, and I'm like, just get it. Just instead of duping it, just get it if that's what you want. And then my last blush that I'm going to use is the Illamasqua Color Veil Gel Blusher. That is what it looks like. Very, very jelly. So I haven't used this one yet, so we'll see. We'll see what I think. Yeah, it's always kind of a risk, like trying new products. Like this has been in my collection for some time, and it's always a risk to try them, because it's like, what if you don't like it? You haven't used it so far. Why haven't you used it? But I'm just gonna dive in and I'm gonna try it. And as far as my highlighter, I'm gonna use the Nomad and Stockholm Illuminating Highlighter Powder in Midnight Sun. So just like a really pretty champagne. The Nomad, man, they've been coming out with some nice palettes lately, and I am waiting for their Black Friday sale or Thanksgiving sale or something sale, because I want to pick up their Ghost Town one that they came out with. I think it's like Golden Grit. And then they also have a Royal European one that has a lot of multi-chromes in it, that I'm waiting for a sale to pick that up. So let's say it together. Did I pick out too many eyeshadows? 100%. But when is the time you get to use your multi-chromes? Like, come on now. This is a perfect time. Spooky season, October, perfect time to use multi-chromes. So I'm using, that's another hair. I'm using all of my duochrome multi-chromes that I have swatched before, which I can leave them in the corner or link down below for you so you can see what these look like swatched out. That's interesting. Ooh, okay, so this is a Profusion one. Can we see like the separation of it? Let's shake that up a little bit. Okay, that happened with this one too. Interesting. Okay, so we'll have to see how these perform now that they're all mixed up. But like I said, I'll have all those videos down below if you want to see the swatches of them. I think these LA Girl shade shifters are the best multi-chromes. I do remember saying that. The liquid ones are a little bit translucent, but these are more opaque, so yeah. So anyways, I'm going to use these. Also using my Natasha Denona Multi-Chromium Liquid Shadow. This one's in Scarab. I haven't used this one on the eye before. And then the only different one is the ColourPop Scandal and Jelly Much. This no longer is jelly. This is all the jelliness has left the building, but it's still a nice like kind of powder eyeshadow, so it still works. And I think somebody told me you could use like the ink blot little mixing medium to kind of make this more of a liquid shadow if you want, but I don't want to. All right, so now on to palettes. Of course, my Hocus Pocus. This is the original Hocus Pocus Gather Round Sisters from ColourPop. They do have a second version. I didn't pick up the second version just because I didn't want to. I didn't like the color story as much. But this is what this one looks like. Again, kind of just that beautiful, grungy, dark, October, fall-y type of palette. So this will serve as kind of my neutral palette as well. As you will see, my following palettes are a lot more colorful. So this will kind of be my neutral palette. I'm sure Hello Salem is going to get a lot of use out of it, being like a transition shade. And then we get into the more colorful ones, specifically for Halloween. These next two are from the Glamlight Scooby-Doo like Part 1 collection. The Retro Raggy and the Creeps and Crawls. Yes, I purchased these last year, and yes, I still have yet to use them. So we're using them now. So this is the Retro Raggy one. And that is what it looks like. Excited to use the shimmers and the mattes. I haven't even swatched this. Haven't even swatched it. And then this one is the Creeps and Crawls. So this is more of the purple, cooler tone type of colors. Perfect. Love it. Can't wait to use it. And then we have both Batty Bean and Shroud Cosmetics palettes. We have Halloween, which was the second release between them, second collaboration. So kind of bringing in more of those orangey tones. And I feel like these are two like companion palettes. They definitely need something else for me, particularly to make it a full look. But you know, we have the other palettes to companion them with. And then this one is the It's Freaking Bats. This is their first collaboration. And between the two of the Shroud ones, this one is my favorite. I think it's really pretty. So yeah, I think that is everything for October. Super excited. Hopefully my use of makeup, or at least eye makeup, will pick up a little bit. Gosh, I hope so, with all the liquid eyeshadows and color palettes and everything that I picked out. I hope I'm able to use everything. But yeah, this is what I have for October. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you comment down below which one was your favorite pick. What are you using for October? Subscribe if you feel like this is a place that you want to hang out at. I don't really talk about how many videos I put a week, but I try like my very best to do 2 videos, like on a Monday, Tuesday, and then a Friday, Saturday. But I haven't been super consistent with that. So you'll at least get 1 video a week. We'll put it at that. You get 1 video a week, trying to, you know, bring it up to 2. But if you want to join, please join. Just subscribe. Just hit that subscribe button. Leave a like on your way out. Comment down below whatever you want to comment, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.